Welcome to The Know, I'm Brian. Hope you had a great weekend. Are you tired of staring at horses' asses on Red Dead Redemption 2? I know I am. But before we talk about Red Dead, let's run down the games coming out this week. Tomorrow, we've got a spooky survival horror game, Call of Cthulhu, that's out for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the dad dating sim Dream Daddy Dad Rector's Cut, you heard that right, is out for the PlayStation 4. Dad Rector's, that sounds a bit like an erection. Meanwhile, also tomorrow, the Lego Harry Potter collection releases on Switch and Xbox One. Oh, also tomorrow, Kingdom Hearts, the story so far, which collects pretty much everything that's happened so far, is out for PlayStation 4. So if you play all those, you will be all caught up for Kingdom Hearts 3. Disclaimer, no you won't. I played them all. I still couldn't tell you what's going on. I love them though. Also on Friday, Diablo 3 The Eternal Collection hits the Switch, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. It released on Friday, as we all know. It is off to a good start sales-wise, which probably won't surprise you. It's selling well. GamesIndustry.biz got a hold of the UK sales charts. These are physical only, but they report that Red Dead Redemption 2 did more than double the physical sales that the original did back in 2010. Now that is really impressive considering how much digital sales have grown over the last 8 years. Another interesting fact, 68% of the people who bought Red Dead Redemption 2 did it on the PlayStation 4. The rest obviously came on Xbox One. Again, this is UK, but still gives you an idea of how well it's doing. Interestingly though, Red Dead Redemption 2 failed to beat FIFA 19, which is still the fastest selling game of the year in the UK. They fucking love soccer over there, man. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, we've got a fresh batch of rumors that suggest a PC version is coming. Rockstar Intel reports that inside the mobile companion app for the game, there are files that make it pretty direct references to a PC version of the game. This comes after the European retailer Media Market posted a listing for a PC version as being available next year, so signs seem to be pretty good that we're going to be getting something for the PC. Bethesda is starting to pump up the marketing machine for Fallout 76. You might have seen the live action commercial over the weekend, but a top executive said that it's not on the Switch because it wasn't doable. GameSpot reports that at a panel in PAX Australia, Pete Hines said that they now consider the Switch for every Bethesda game coming out, but that it couldn't happen for Fallout 76. Hines said, if the game will work on it, we want it to be on every platform possible. Fallout 76 is not because it just wasn't doable, but honestly, there's no game in development that we haven't had a conversation about bringing it to the Switch. He did say that the next Wolfenstein game is coming to the Switch, but he didn't really specify, so that could be a reference to the co-op game Wolfenstein Youngblood, but it could also be a reference to a third major game in the rebooted series. Either way, good news. Meanwhile, Fallout 76, it's out November 14th for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Now, there's been a lot of talk lately about the servers on Black Ops 4 after it was reported that they were running at a slower send rate than they were in the game's beta. Well, over the weekend, Redditor Soja92 did some testing and found that the servers, at least in the US, were running at a send rate of 62 Hertz, which is a little faster than what they were doing in the beta. So that means they seem to have gotten it back to what it was in the beta. However, as for the blackout mode, Soja92 reported that they're still at 20 Hertz. Others did tests in Europe and also reported a send rate of 62 Hertz, but in Australia, they still seem to be running at 20 Hertz. That Australian internet, man. Treyarch has promised to fix things, so hopefully they will all be running at the same rate soon. All right, now is Microsoft getting jealous of the Switch? Because it kind of looks like they're experimenting with some pretty interesting mobile controllers. Windows Central got a hold of some company documents which show that the company, they have been prototyping physical controllers that attach to mobile devices like phones and tablets. We've seen some of these before. Microsoft definitely looking at them though. The paper says as smartphones and tablets have become pervasive, so has mobile gaming. Not surprisingly, popular games for these platforms are focused on touchscreen based interaction. However, many types of games are less well suited to mobile devices. Yeah, it's kind of tough to type on glass for a lot of those games, especially platformers. It went on to talk about the Switch's popularity and wrote that the success of the Switch is testament to the value of mobile gaming with physical controls. Now, the work on these controllers were apparently done back in 2014, but Windows Central notes that Microsoft's research department might be taking a fresh look thanks to the success of the Switch. Speaking of the Switch and Nintendo, here's some interesting Nintendo trivia for you. A rare version of the Wii Remote was found on a Japanese auction site. Not for the Wii though. Ars Technica found pictures of the remote that appears to be a prototype that was made for the GameCube. And it definitely looks a lot like the WIIMOTE, except it has a cable that of course connects to the GameCube. But like the WIIMOTE, it uses a sensor bar to track the location. It sold for a lot of money. It sold for 74,000 yen on a Yahoo auction site. That's more than 660 bucks. One developer, James Montaigne of Way Forward, confirmed that the remote was real, saying, "Wow, it's the prototype Wii Remote and Nunchuck. I remember seeing these back when it was still known as the Nintendo Revolution." So kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see those prototypes that never made it, like the Nintendo PlayStation. Remember that? I'm like a sucker for all that trivia. All right, some movie news to end up on things. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed that the Boba Fett standalone movie is dead. Now, Lucasfilm never officially announced that they were working on a Boba Fett movie, but apparently it's been secretly in the works for almost as long as Disney has been in control of Star Wars. Josh Trank, who directed Fantastic Four in 2015, was reportedly working on a movie about the bounty hunter before being unceremoniously removed from the project. More recently, Logan's James Mangold was said to be writing and directing the film, but then Solo kind of upended the whole Star Wars development slate, and now the movie finds itself falling into the proverbial Sarlacc pit of cancellation. You like what we did there? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's going to be some footage of the Sarlacc pit right now that I'm talking over. It also doesn't help that there's also a show in development that follows a different Mandalorian warrior, and that will debut sometime next year on Disney's new streaming service. After that, we've got episode 9 from J.J. Abrams. That's coming Christmas 2019. Rian Johnson's spin-off trilogy, and a whole new series of non-saga films from the guys behind Game of Thrones. So rest assured, we will be getting a lot of Star Wars soon, just not a lot of Boba Fett. R.I.P. Boba Fett. Again. All right, that is all the news we've got for you today. Let us know what you think about all these stories down in the roundup below, and for all your news from every corner of the internet, like this video, subscribe to The Know, hit up our website, theknow.tv. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, we've got a fresh batch of... still though, Red Dead Redemption...
Oops, wrong way. Not right.
But it has been secretly in the works for almost as long as... the past. Definitely a cool piece of gaming industry.